how does a data management plan guide visual research? Imagine you are part of a communication research team studying how a public health awareness campaign is communicated visually. Your project includes social media posts and video interviews with campaign organizers and residents. As you plan this project, you'll face dozens of decisions. Can this screenshot be shared openly? Does that interview need to be anonymized? Who's allowed to access the raw visual data? Each of these decisions needs a designated place. That place is the data management plan. A data management plan is not a form you complete once for a funder and then forget. It is a living document that explains how visual data will be generated, handled, documented, preserved, shared, and reused throughout the project and after it ends. And just like your research, it changes as the project changes. So, how should a data management plan evolve throughout the research lifecycle? In the conceptual phase, begin by defining the visual data you want to collect. In this case, the project may include photographs and screenshots of campaign activity on social media, together with video interviews about how organizers and residents experience the campaign. At this stage, the first version of the data management plan should reflect the research's aims, questions, scope, and ethical orientation. It should already consider risks linked to filming residents sharing personal health stories or archiving social media images with identifiable faces. The plan should also specify who is responsible for consent, data management, and security. This first version does not need to be final. Its purpose is to help the team think systematically before fieldwork begins. During the research design phase, the data management plan becomes more detailed. Reviewers and ethics boards may examine it closely and require the team to translate broad intentions into clear procedures. The data management plan should explain how video files will be named, how metadata will be assigned to social media screenshots, where footage will be stored, how often backups will be made, and who may access raw recordings. It should also describe how consent will be requested from residents and campaign organizers and how it will be documented. At this point, the plan becomes an operational guide for the research team. The empirical phase may require further changes for your data management plan. A resident may withdraw consent after a video interview. The team may collect more footage than expected during a community health fair. The original storage system may no longer be suitable for the growing number of screenshots. Each of these changes should be recorded in the data management plan. It should explain how withdrawn visual data is removed, how new material is incorporated, and how updated storage procedures are managed. During the analytical and interpretation phase, your team may compare social media posts over time and code interviews for recurring themes such as trust, confusion, and motivation to act. All of this generates a new layer of decisions about your data, and just like before, those decisions need to be captured in the data management plan, which should explain how your data is organized so anyone on the team can find their way through the research material. It should also record how versions are tracked when a screenshot is annotated or a video is re-encoded. This makes it possible for team members or future researchers to understand how a conclusion was reached from a particular image or interview clip. Now in the communication and dissemination phase, your findings are ready to reach an audience, but how you present them and to whom? The data management plan should address this. The project may result in different outputs, and each format will shape how audiences understand the visual data. For example, an article invites close analysis, an exhibition invites the public to engage with the images directly. Whatever format you choose, the data management plan should clarify which images may be shown, how participants will be represented, which permissions are still needed, and whether certain visual data must be anonymized, restricted, or omitted. During the archiving and preservation phase, you need to prepare visual data for long-term storage. In the data management plan, identify suitable file formats, complete metadata, access restrictions, licenses, and degrees of openness. Metadata should describe both the dataset as a whole and each photograph or video clip individually. Then, you should decide whether material will be fully open, limited to specific user groups, or accessible only upon request. The data should then be deposited in a FAIR-compliant repository, such as Zenodo or a platform suited to large video files and image-level metadata. Different materials may require different conditions. Public campaign screenshots may use an Open Creative Commons license, while interviews containing personal health stories may need a more restrictive license and access only upon request. The data management plan should also document context, consent conditions, and permitted forms of reuse. To learn more about Data Management Plan, visit codevis.org.